Hi guys, this is Simone from SimoneNuffSaid.com. Welcome to Myth Monday. I'm coming to you guys because I had made all these recordings for these videos and I don't know, they just disappeared from YouTube and everything. So I'm not sure if someone is like hacking my account again. However, I wanted to come, this is October. This is the month where we observe domestic violence, violence against women. Hi Michaela, thanks for joining. We observe violence against women. I know our alma mater, Muhlenberg, is going to be doing Take Back the Night. Different organizations are going to be observing the in observance of and addressing the issues of domestic violence, violence against women and children. So I wanted to talk to you about this myth today. As you guys know, I'm now a certified sexual assault counselor, and a lot of the information that I share with you come from a lot of the different universities, but part of my training. So though it's not my original work, it is part of my training, and I just wanted to share them with people. Some may be common knowledge and some may be not. So what I wanted to talk about today is the myth that victims should be discouraged from dwelling on the rape or sexual assault, and he or she should just forget it. Well, that happens so often. How many times have you seen on TV? Have you heard over the radio? And even in shows that kind of like portray real life events, how many times have you seen them say, well, you know, get over it? My personal story is always involving these things because I could not be an advocate, I think, an effective advocate, unless, you know, I've gone through some of these things. Not to say that no one else could be an effective advocate. For me, when I told a couple of family members about what I went through, one of them, an uncle of mine, was like, yeah, I'm going to go kick that person's behind. And the others discouraged me and said, don't tell, you know, because it was another uncle of mine, oh, you're going to mess up their family and you're going to do these things. And so they discouraged me from talking about it. And while at the time I thought I understood, and I thought, okay, well, you know, don't say anything because you won't be believed. You should not discourage somebody from reporting sexual assault, incest, molestation, any kind of rape, any kind of things like that, even a touch. Even if it was not genital to genital, it was an object. You should not discourage them, because the fact is, this advice about not reporting these rape generally comes from people who are more concerned with their own feeling than the victims. Like the people that told me, they were concerned about how they were going to look. They were a Christian family. How were they going to look? Especially because some of them, well, all of them that I told, were in charge of taking care of me as a youth. So all victims should be offered the opportunity to talk about the assault, the molestation, the incest, and they should be able to talk to them, to people that are close to them, to people that are supposed to be in charge of them, okay? And if not, just talk to a knowledgeable professional. If somebody comes to you, don't discourage them. Encourage them to go seek out help. If you can't help them, there's no shame in that. Now, I had to go through a certification, even though I was a victim of domestic violence as a youth, living in that environment, and sexual assault, incest, and molestation. Let me tell you something. I still had to get certified in order to be able to talk to people and to be very real about this issue. So if you can't help somebody, let them go talk to a professional. Don't discourage them, because victims who are not allowed to talk about the rape have a much harder time recovering from it. There is no shame if you can't help them, but you should not discourage a victim from talking about it. Get out of your own way, get out of their way, and stop thinking about yourself. The people that told me were thinking about themselves. And you know what? It took longer for me to get healing and to get help from that. Thank God today I'm able to talk to people, and then I have help, and I have the knowledge, and I have the understanding about what happened to me. And I'm still, even though I'm certified as a sexual assault counselor, I'm still going through all of the motions of, sometimes there are days when I'm just like, I should have spoken up sooner. I should not have listened to that person. But especially if you know that you are somebody that's very influential in that victim's lives, be very careful with what you say. It is best for you to say, I don't know what to say to you, and to shut your mouth, than to tell them not to say anything, because they will have a harder time recovering from the trauma, from the assault on their lives. Hi, Colin. Thanks for joining. Hi, Isis. So, again, this is October is Domestic Violence and Violence Against Women's Month. There are a lot of local organizations in your area. There are a lot of shelters. If you or someone that you love is in a situation where they are being touched inappropriately, things are being said to them that put them at threat. If you're dating a man, if you're dating a woman, if you have children, and a lot of times in my culture, I know parents don't necessarily value the complaints of their children because they're, step parents and things like that. Do not, for the love of God, do not discourage your child, your loved one, your friends, your homie, your sisters, your brothers, any of those from coming to you and talking to you. And if they talk to you, do not tell them to keep it quiet unless, let me just make this little disclaimer. Unless immediate reporting, in the next 5 minutes reporting, is going to mean that someone put a bullet to your head. Unless that is a clear and present danger, you need to encourage that victim to speak up. And if not, speak up for them on their behalf. I want to thank you for joining. Thanks, Patana, Colin, Isis, and Michaela. Thank you, Miss Margaret, for joining. And spread this video around. We're going to be doing this every month, every Monday at least, if not earlier. I'm going to be uploading the videos to Facebook so you could watch them again. Please join my mailing list on SimoneNuffSaid.com. Check out my other videos on YouTube. Spread the love. This is not for fame or fortune. This is for education. Because sometimes we think that these things, hi Bev, sometimes we think that these things are common knowledge. And there are many men and women and adults and children living in our society that are dealing with the secrets, are harboring the secrets of sexual violence, molestation, incest, abuse, and assault because they fear judgment and they fear someone telling them not to tell, or they've listened to someone telling them not to tell. Speak up. This is Violence Against Women Awareness Month. Get involved in your local community, your church, your schools, your occupational place or your place of occupation. And even if it's just to donate some money or to speak something, post something on your Facebook so that their awareness would be raised about domestic violence. On my Facebook page and on my website, there are several videos and links, and I have a page on my website that has all resources for every area of violence, how to report it, how to communicate, how to test to see if you're in such a situation. Please share it, pass it on, and make wise choices. Leave a way open for people to come to you and talk to you about the things that may be bothering them with regards to sexual violence, molestation, assault, rape, any of those behaviors. Okay, live your best life, make your best choice. And if you're a woman that's in a situation with your child and your child told you that someone touched them, do not hush them up. Give them an outlet. Enough said.